when this is the fun one. This is where we learn. We learn in here. Now you're in your new note sheet, page 57, brand new. It's typed. The problems are typed. So get your calculators out if you have one. This is going to be, this section is heavily calculator dependent. So get in the habit of bringing your calculator for the next, week and a half, whatever. So here we go. How many ways, we're on page 57, problem number 1. We're starting chapter 9. How many ways can you arrange 5 books on a shelf? So I'm going to draw a little picture of that. And I'm going to pretend that I have 5 books right here. This is my shelf. And I have 5 books here. How many choices do I have to put a book in this first spot? 5. Now notice, I am not saying that I'm putting 5 books in that spot. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I have 5 choices. So I can put the red book, the blue book, the green book, the yellow book, or the orange book in that first spot. So I pick a book and I put it in the spot. How many choices do I now have for the next spot? No. Now I only have 4 because I have already put a book on the shelf. There it is on the shelf. Now I'm going to reach over and put another one on the shelf, but now there's only 4 to choose from. Then there will be 3 and then 2, and finally there's just 1 book left to put in that spot. Now we multiply our choices together. When you are picking, when you have all these options and you want to know how many ways can I put it all together, you multiply them. So I can choose, I have 5 options, and then I have 4 options, and then I have 3 options. I multiply, multiply, multiply. Now, you could take out your calculator and hit 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and you'd be done, and that's not bad.
60.
What is it? 120. 20 times 6, yeah, 120. Now, this would be a little bit more complicated though, not complicated but long, if I had 50 books, because then I'd have 50 blanks written out and I'd have to do 50 times 49 times 48, which you could do, but it would take forever. So luckily there's a shortcut. When you are starting with a number and multiplying by each consecutively small number, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 30, 29, 28, 27. When you're doing that kind of multiplication, it's called factorial. And you have that button on your calculator. So instead of having to multiply 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, you can just hit 5 factorial. And where that is on your calculator, I gave my calculator away, so I'm going to borrow yours, Mason. Where that is on my calculator, press the number 5. Because that's the factorial we're doing. Then press your math button, your regular math button in the first column, the button that says math. And then you want to go over to the probability option. So just click across the top to on the P-R-O-B. And notice that the 4th option down, at least on Mason's calculator, it's the 4th one down, is an exclamation point. So go down and hit that. And it should say 120. Okay? So it doesn't make any difference. If you want to multiply all the individual numbers, you can, but you have that option of choosing the factorial button. And what that means is this. All right, let's try the next one.
362.80.
How many ways can 9 people stand in a line? So now I got 9 of you standing here, and I'm going to line you up. So how many choices do I have for the first spot? 9. Now I put somebody there. So now I only have 8, 7, and so on. So I'm going to go to my calculator, and I'm going to hit 9 factorial. So again, you got to press the 9 first, Then you press your math button, the button that says math on it. Click across to prob, and then click down to the factorial symbol. And that's a big number. What is it? 362,880. So that's how many ways there are to stand 9 people in a line. Now, I have 10 people running a race. How many ways can I award first, second, and third place? Well, 10 people are running the race. So how many people? I have 10 people that could win the blue ribbon, right? Now somebody's first. So how many people are there for second? 9. And then 8. Now, that is not a factorial. Please don't hit 10 factorial, because 10 factorial would go all the way down, right? And in this problem, we're only giving away 3 ribbons. So we're going to hit 10 times 9 times 8, which is 720. Mrs. Ford has 8 jumpers and 10 shirts. Assuming that I don't care if anything matches, which you know I don't, how many outfits do I have? Well, I go to my closet, I'm going to pick a jumper and a shirt. How many jumpers can I pick?
8.
How many shirts can I pick? How many outfits do I have? 80. 80. I got to wear a jumper and I got to wear a shirt. I have 10 choices and 8 choices. That's a total of 80 outfits. Mr. Ford has 5 sport coats, 12 shirts, and 10 pairs of pants. Assuming that everything matches, how many outfits does he have? Well, Mr. Ford has to wear a sport coat. So how many choices does he have? 5. He has to wear a shirt. 12. And obviously he has to wear a pair of pants. There are 10. So how many outfits does he have? 600. He has 600 outfits. Now, when the problems get, I don't know, more wordy or something like number 6, don't be confused. How many keys are we talking about?
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 keys. And the question is basically, how many ways can we arrange these 9 keys? Didn't we already do that problem?
Yeah.
Whether I'm arranging books or people or keys, it doesn't matter. It's the same way. How many ways can you answer
That's
10?
not a repeating one, right?
Yeah, no, we're not repeating any of them. We're just saying I gotta arrange these letters, so I don't have 2 J's on my keyboard. How many ways can you answer 10 true-false questions? Now, this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, this is easy. You sit down to take a true-false test. Okay, there's 10 questions. How many possible answers do you have for the first question? 2. How many do you have for this question? 2. And 2, and 2, and 2, and 2, and 2, and 2 for everyone. Now we're going to multiply those all together because that's what we do. We multiply our choices together. So the answer, you can either times 2, all those times, or you can just say 2 raised to the 10th power. 2048, 2048, Joe says. I'm taking his word for it.
1021.
Uh-oh. I need 2 to the 10th. What is it? 1024. 1024. All right, number 8. 10 people join a contest. 10 people are competing for something. Only 4 prizes are going to be given out. All right? So how many people could win first prize? 10. Aren't there 10 people in the contest?
Yeah.
Now, somebody has won first prize. How many can win second prize? And then 8, and then 7. And we're not doing factorial on that, because if you do factorial, that means you're going all the way down to 1, and we are not. We're just doing 10, 9, 8, 7. 4,940. Oh my gosh, people, type 10 times 9 times 8 times 7. 5,040. All right, this isn't too bad. Let's see what's on the back here. All right, now we're going to make license plates. All right, so here we go. We're going to make some license plates.
Is that our first quiz? This?
The quiz is going to be like this, yeah.
With 23 questions.
How many license plates are possible if they must consist of 2 letters followed by 3 non-zero digits? Digits are numbers. So we're going to make a license plate. Please pay attention. We're going to make a license plate. And the license plate has to have 2 letters followed by 3 numbers. And the numbers can't be zeros. Okay? It says that in the problem. All right. So you're making this license plate. And you need to pick a letter to put here. Any letter. So how many choices do you have? 26. All right. So you pick a letter and you put it in there. Now, how many choices do you have for this spot? 26. Is there any reason you couldn't repeat a letter on a license plate? No, some of you may have repeated letters on your license plate. So we got 26 letters. All right, now I'm going to pick some number, but not 0. Some digit, a single digit number, not 0. How many of those are there? 9. And then I'm going to pick another one and another one. Now, if my problem said I couldn't repeat, I'd set it up differently. But it doesn't say that. I can pick any number, any letter, except 0. So multiply these together, and that's your answer. So 26 times 26 times 9 times 9 times 9. You can. All right, everybody got it?
Wait, if that's the case for every license plate, wouldn't you run out of combinations?
Okay, so Joe says, wouldn't you eventually run out of combinations? And the answer is absolutely. Why do you think you now have to dial 317 when you do a phone number? And it wasn't that long ago you didn't have to do that. But guess what, people? When I grew up, I have 5. I have 5 siblings. So all these people, my mom and dad and 6 kids, all live in this house. We have one phone, house phone. That's all you had back in the day, okay? Now, in your family, if you have 8 people living in your house, how many phones do you have in your house? At least 6. Or 8, you have 8, right? And maybe 9 if you still have a house phone. At least that many. So what happened was we ran out of phone numbers. So they had to create new area codes. And they'll have to create more and more. Just like they are going to have to do something with Social Security numbers, because eventually those are going to run out, right? Because there's only so many ways you can combine these numbers, and when that runs out, then you got to figure out, increase the pool, figure out a new way to combine them. All right, so number 10.
I mean, we all get new Social Security numbers?
Now, no, yours is good, but your babies might have a different kind of Social Security number. How many plates are possible if I can't repeat? So now I'm doing question 10. Shh. How many plates are possible if nothing can repeat? Well, if nothing can repeat, I still have 26 for my first option, right? But now I only have 25 letters to pick from. I still have 9 numbers, but then I only have 8 and 7. So if you're not allowed to repeat, obviously your number of options gets reduced. And, all right, we'll stop here. Okay, now, I think, yes, B period is lunch.
You know why? Because
And so now you're going to launch,